Arms tucked in, picked the shots off, and when he took them, his body is in real fine shape. Look at the speed on that right uppercut.
Yeah, Esparragoza at times looks like a brawler even. He is stronger than his featherweight classification would indicate. Very strong fighter.
I tell you this, Esparragoza tonight, I think would give Azuma Nelson a tough night.
It's going to take a guy with the quickness of Esparragoza to take care of Mr. Azuma when he finally gets back to fighting and quit worrying about his things going on outside the ring.
Esparragoza has put shots on Stevie Cruz's chin and body. I think a lot of other featherweights would have been on the floor a long time ago. Oh, solid punches by Esparragoza. Flush.
And scoring true with those uppercuts as well now.
The resiliency of Cruz is amazing, but every time he seems to get something going, Esparragoza will throw 3 or 4 punches to get his attention again. Some great comeback just during the round by Antonio. He never lets the momentum get away from him.
Esparragoza sometimes likes to settle down, take a deep breath. When he does, Stevie Cruz lets him get away with it.
This could be one of your catch-your-breath rounds we talked about earlier tonight. Both guys seem to be willing to just kind of dance around, although Esparragoza continues to throw pretty good leather.
Esparragoza has things going his way. He slugs when he wants to slug. He boxes when he wants to box. He rests when he wants to rest.
When he does slow it down, though, it gives Cruz a chance to take a look at the face of Esparragoza, and again, he is bleeding through that nose. Nothing debilitating just yet. So
look how easy he just slaps away the jab with Stevie Cruz. Holds out his right hand and just slaps it away.
So far, no knockdowns through 7 rounds.
At Esparragoza.
Well, it's time for Stevie Cruz to make the move because he's way behind on our scorecard. And this is about one, as I said before, the middle rounds where the McGuigan key in the fight back in June.
Neutral judges here tonight. There was a flack about that before the fight. Stevie Cruz wanted somebody from the state of Texas as one of the scoring judges, but according to the WBA, you must have 4 neutral officials, and we do tonight. Ishmael Fernandez is our referee.
Donald Curry got up from his chair, came over to the Cruz corner, whispered something in Mad Dog Hatcher's ear over there, and I'm sure there'll be some, once again, the Cruz committee getting together after this round.
Well, I think they're still very much, they feel like they are still very much in this fight, no doubt about it, behind on points, but Cruz at times does show flashes of excellence.
Unfortunately, they are just flashes. Esparragoza has been showing a flash about 180 seconds every round. He just looks so good doing anything he wants to do. As we said at the top of the show, the challenger has come here to take the title.
He's not getting big bucks for it, but he's certainly ready for big bucks if he looks as good as this in his future fights.
Cruz got a hometown majority decision over Victor Acosta in 1984. Should this go the distance? Again, the home crowd favoritism might sway, but right now, definitively, we do have Esparragoza ahead on points. We're in round 9.
Fans who have seen world-class Johnny De La Rosa. Well, Johnny De La Rosa was knocked out, I mean savaged, by Esparragoza about 2 years ago. That gives you a clue that the man can fight. And then, of course, watching him here tonight, you know that this is a featherweight who will be around for some time to come, as long as he decides to stay in this kind of shape.
He almost looks like if he had to put on 4 pounds, 4 or 6 pounds, Randy, I'm curious with his kind of frame and 5'8", 5'9", he probably could jump up a weight class.
Esparragoza with a forced smile, and now he's being assessed.
Point wasn't deducted. And the hometown crowd says it's just about time. Dave Gorman finally getting his wish over there in the corner.
So it's another round that I believe Esparragoza is winning. So if at the end I wind up scoring this at 10-9, and if you're scoring at home, score at 10-9, take that point away, you can call it an even round. That's if you decide that Esparragoza was winning the round.
Looking for that scorecard doubleheader May 1st. Binkley Thomas in action, although James Buster Douglas has business against Tony Tucker. And, of course, Edwin Rosario. Here's the low blow.
Right. Coming up right.
Right uppercut.
Ooh. Yeah, as you said, below the border, Randy.
That was a bit, that wasn't towards Caracas, that was like Maracay.
It's not unusual for the champion to go to the hometown of the challenger. This fight coming to Fort Worth, though, through the efforts of Josephine Abercrombie and the Houston Boxing Association.
Well, Nancy Reagan might be the first lady of this country. Josephine Abercrombie, the first lady of boxing. On my unofficial scorecard, I've got Stevie Cruz behind by 6 points. That means if this should go 15 rounds, he has to win this round and every other round just to salvage a draw.
Well, the draw is one thing Esparragoza does not want. He's drawn 3 times, including once against Bernardo Checa. Later beat Checa. Cruz still looks unfazed, though. He comes back after every bell and sets up camp and goes right back to work, although we haven't seen the blood from under his eye just yet.
But the swelling is certainly there, and I think the eyesight, as Randy mentioned, is certainly going to be a factor. And it can't be that good, and you're kind of waiting for Antonio to unload on that left hook, because you got to wonder if Stevie would see it coming.
I'm really surprised Esparragoza is not opening up to the head with double and triple hooks, because even if he throws a triple hook and one gets in, or if 2 miss, 1 still will get in. He's just probing with the jab, throwing a lot of body shots, but leaving the head alone with the hook.
Cruz got him in the corner. Just watch Esparragoza does a nice spin job and gets out of it.
Esparragoza has done that a couple of times, gotten out of trouble, and now turns the tables. He's got Cruz backed up now. Cruz fighting with his mouth open just a little bit. That's always a bad sign.
We mentioned that herky-jerky movement of a lot of the Venezuelan fighters, and from time to time you see Esparragoza do it. He steps to either side, up and down, in and out. You never know where he's going to come from next.
Esparragoza stalking. He stalks his opponent. He's a very savvy fighter. You can see him planning his shots.
Cruz is reaching deep down inside himself now. He knows that title is slipping away.
20 seconds to go here in round 10. We'll go 15 if need be for Cruz to defend his title. Both fighters with only 1 loss apiece. We'll be back in just a minute. Stay with us, everybody.
Now Steve Cruz, as we mentioned before the end of the round, Esparragoza, every time Cruz gets something together, Esparragoza just raises the level of his competition and goes in and gets Antonio.
Back for round 11, John Lawson, Randy Gordon, Hugh Millay. We ought to mention the victory over McGuigan by Cruz, surrounded by 2 mediocre performances. The split win over Rocky Garcia in '85, followed by that 10-round non-title win over Roger Arevalo. So Cruz certainly trying to impress the fans tonight, the boxing experts, the judges, his wife, and himself, because he does have something to prove tonight. His first real shot with his defense.
Give a round of applause so far to one of the cornermen of Stevie Cruz, Ron Hatcher, the father of former junior welterweight champ Gene Hatcher. He's using that end swell device absolutely perfect. He's leaning on it, and then you lean on it for about 8 or 10 seconds hard, and then you slide it back towards the ear, and it takes the fluid called the edema and moves it back into the cavity and out of the swelling area. And so far, that swelling is staying down. But Cruz had better get to work.
Those are shots of Cruz, not Booz, although sometimes you wouldn't know. Cruz has had his problems tonight, but he's been hanging in there, and right now he's taking Esparragoza into the 11th round.
Esparragoza has just thrown so many punches, as Randy said, from so many different angles. The guy is just a puzzle to figure out, and he reminds me a lot of Bernardo Penango from the aspect, these guys, you never know where they're coming from, and they slip a punch so well, and he changes stances so well.
There he threw a shot with some bad intentions on it, and then he just stepped away. And so many of the shots that the challenger is throwing, they do have bad intentions.
Esparragoza's right thigh initialed AE. Antonio Esparragoza, he is Venezuela's hero tonight. We've got him ahead after 10 rounds of activity.
Well, the fight was looking a little sloppy here in the 11th round. As soon as I say that, Antonio makes it look bad.
Well, this is uncharted territory for Esparragoza. He's never gone more than 10.
Bang, 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 bang. I mean, one after another. Just Esparragoza letting both guns go.
Up over the top, around the corner, underneath. Esparragoza firing away at will.
Trying to finish it up right here in the 11th. Unloading some nice right, but Cruz, as you mentioned, Randy, is taking some vicious shots and keeps on coming back.
Cruz in excellent shape, and as you fellows have mentioned earlier, that's going to be his saving grace as we get into the waning rounds here.
I love the good life.
Time for a KO for the man in green right there.
Stevie Cruz has to come up with the greatest punch he has ever thrown. Might have to be one of those Hail Mary sucker shots. Close your eyes and let it go.
But you have to wonder, even if he throws that, Esparragoza still looks so fresh and solid on his feet. You'd have to wonder if it would even affect Antonio Esparragoza.
Well, it was back in the 5th round when a big right hand, perhaps Stevie Cruz's best punch of the fight, did not stagger Esparragoza, but he felt that his knees wobbled for a moment against the ropes. But Cruz could never put another shot on his chin.
One of the few times he has been buckled because he's working on a solid foundation tonight. Good defensive posture. And look at him right there. Looking really a lot like he did in the early rounds.
Cruz getting a couple good jabs there. Once again, Antonio could just be buying a little time here. He's so far ahead of the scorecard. Cruz holding on.
And now Ishmael Fernandez wants the medical folks to check him out because Cruz indeed looks to be in sorry shape with a swelling around his eye.
Dr. William Gardner is taking a look at the eye. And I believe he's saying, yeah, it's okay.
Play on, says the referee, and that we will here in round 12. Esparragoza in trouble, though. I think what we're seeing now are both eyes
right
swelling up. Just
left one definitely, right one definitely, and now left one's getting a little mouse under.
Some new damage on that left eye now. But Esparragoza peppering Cruz now. Cruz having problems. And there he goes down for the first time in the fight.
That was a left. Excellent left.
And onto the buckle goes Esparragoza.
He will try to finish Cruz now. It was a beauty of a left hook which sent him down. And here comes Esparragoza.
Late in the 12th round, the first knockdown of the fight. Cruz went down on his behind, got up.
That's it.
And that'll be stopped.
That'll be it.
And that'll be up. We have a new champion in the WBA featherweight category. It's all over for Stevie Cruz. And congratulations to Antonio Esparragoza, the new champion in the WBA featherweight division. Only a matter of time, gentlemen, and I think after 12 rounds, to say that Cruz hung on that long is saying something.
He took some shots the entire time. He never did get going in this fight, and that's directly related to the excellent fight plan of Antonio Esparragoza.
Just one of the most masterful performances I have seen by a challenger in a long time. And he did it yet in the backyard of the champion.
27-year-old Antonio Esparragoza out of Caracas, Venezuela. We'll try to get an interview with Esparragoza. We'll have a translator on hand because Esparragoza speaks no English, but he's the new champion. And greetings from beloved one. Congratulations, Esparragoza. Disappointed crowd here, Randy, but I tell you what, he was the better fighter tonight.
Well, they booed him when he came into the ring tonight, but there's not too many boos because they know that what they saw tonight was the making of perhaps an outstanding champion.
Let's go back to the 12th round now. This is late in that round.
Cruz had been getting hammered, and there is that beauty of a left hook.
Really snapped his head back, and that's the first time he went down.
He got up, but Esparragoza was in the corner waiting for him, jumped all over him, and then it was another left hook that sent him down, and as he went down, the referee stopped the fight.
And let's take a look at the second knockdown. That's when Ishmael Fernandez came in, and all this, keep in mind, after Dr. William Gardner had checked the eyes of Stevie Cruz, they said continue on, and there it was, the telling blows against Stevie Cruz. So the reign comes to an end for Stevie Cruz. It lasted less than 1 year, about 8 months. He had one fight as a champion, a non-title fight win. We have told you that story, and tonight his first challenge, and he does not meet it.
Ladies and gentlemen, the official time, 2 minutes and 28 seconds of round number 12. The winner by a technical knockout of the new World Boxing Association featherweight champion of the world, Antonio Esparragoza. We do have another bout to follow.
And now some well-deserved applause as the fans recognize what a good fight Esparragoza really did fight. He really was in charge, and except for a couple of problems earlier, it was pretty much his fight, Randy.
It certainly was in the opening bell. I only gave a few rounds to the former champion, Stevie Cruz. 2 of the rounds I gave to the new champion by 10-8 in rounds 3 and 4. He just hammered Cruz from one side of the ring to the other and back again.
All right, there you see Hugh Millay working on his interview, and we'll try to get it set up for you through a translator. Hugh, if you're ready, go ahead and take it away with Antonio Esparragoza.
A lot of well-wishers up here. Antonio, first of all, you had him from the start. There's no doubt. You came out, you were a confident fighter. Was there any doubt in your mind that you wouldn't leave with the title?
Dice que desde el principio se vio que tú lo dominaste completamente, que si tú creíste que el título era tuyo desde el principio.
Oh, yo desde que entré a entrenar en los Estados Unidos, específicamente Los Ángeles, yo estaba seguro por cuanto no estaba preparando suficientemente con tiempo para ganar a Steve Cruz. Yo había analizado la pelea de Comaguía, las que tenía anteriormente, yo sabía que lo podía derrotar.
He says that since the beginning when he went to Los Angeles, he started to train hard because he knows he wants Steve Cruz the title because he's looking for McGuigan.
He seemed to be really gaining confidence from the home crowd. I mean, it was anti-Antonio, but he seemed to really like being the villain tonight.
Tony, dice él que Toño Esparragoza, mira, dice que desde el principio te notaste muy confiado en el triunfo. ¿Qué te hizo creer que le ibas a ganar en esta forma tan espectacular?
Bueno, la preparación que tenía cabalidad, tenía ya casi 3 meses preparándome al lado de Beijing, y ustedes, pues claro, lógicamente, con la alimentación y el alojamiento, o sea, fue una atención más o menos adecuada para un campeonato mundial. Yo tomé la disciplina necesaria y lo hice, ya lo demostré.
He started to train 3 months in Los Angeles, and he was prepared very good by his trainer Pedro Avila, who prepared him very well because he says he got confidence to win the title.
How tough was Stevie Cruz?
Dice que qué tan duro fue Steve Cruz para ti.
Bueno, él es un muchacho bastante fuerte, ya lo había demostrado anteriormente con McGuigan, pero yo creo que él desde el primer momento, en los primeros rounds, independientemente que él quería ponerle, pero yo me di cuenta desde el primer momento cuando yo empecé a apurar que él tenía un poco de respeto. O sea, no sé si sintió el peso de mi pegada o qué fue, pero concretamente se limitó a pelear de contragolpe.
He says that Steve Cruz is a very strong fighter, but he knew that he had respect. Steve Cruz had respect for him, not because of the right hand he has. And Steve Cruz had very respect for him.
He didn't get a shot at McGuigan. Would he like to fight Barry McGuigan in the future?
Dice que no tienes todavía una oferta de McGuigan, pero si te gustaría pelear con él por el título.
Lógicamente, sería bueno pelear con McGuigan por cuanto es un hombre cotizado y depararía buenos dólares. También estoy dispuesto inclusive a retar hasta el campeón de la otra asociación por cuanto me siento en capacidad para derrotarlo también a Suma Nelson Gané.
Nassim Hamed fighting Sean Norman. It was scheduled.
We've talked about the experience. They're both about the same height and same weight. And the reach is just about the same. These two almost carbon copies.
They're like twin brothers, except for maybe the speed.
Aranda white, Esparragoza with a white trim. Aranda with the red and black.
It is. It seems like he's trying to get right off on him and work hard and try to wear him down. The champion is doing the champion pace. He's moving around, feeling him out, see what he's got. And I'm sure that he'll get warmed up here pretty soon and start working himself.
A lot of people say that Aranda is easy to hit, Jesse. If that's the case, Esparragoza is pretty good on that target practice.
Well, that's the case in some styles, but who knows? He stays in a low angle, and he kind of throws punches from funny angles. He can be awkward at times, and sometimes that's hard to figure out. And right now, the champion's trying to figure him out.
Took Esparragoza about 3 rounds to figure Cruz out, and then it was hunting season the rest of the way.
Very nice left hook by the champion. I think maybe he's got a little bit of it figured out.
Look at the right hand, Jesse. Esparragoza, he likes to twitch it a little bit.
What he does is he'll pick punches with it, then he'll slip with his head. He gets the fighter to commit himself, and then he pushes the body weight over to his left foot and right into his left hook. So it's a good move. What they call parlay punches. See, he's trying to set him up for a hook. He'll parlay the palm of the hand and then come with a left hook. There it is. Aranda's coming into the body with his head right up in the air. He can get countered with a left hook and a right hand.
Esparragoza with more of the boxing ability. Good right hand by Esparragoza. Aranda has a 10 inside.
The champion's IQ coordination was excellent. He saw every punch, kept his hands up in a good position, and countered with a short right hand in the corner. Actually, he didn't throw as many punches, but he landed the more effective punch.
Aranda always pulling ahead.
Now, a cut could be a factor in this thing. I just noticed Pascual come in and with his head, well, he had the champion in the corner, and he ran his head underneath his chin. There could be a cut from a butt in this fight.
If there is a butt before the 4th round and 3 rounds or less, and it's unofficial, it will be called a draw.
For the champion, and Pascual came out very determined to win the round.
Both in red. That's Aranda on your right with the black trim. Esparragoza with a white trim.
If Pascual's going to have a chance to win this fight, he's doing what he has to do. He has to go in and make the champion work and hope he can wear him down. The champion had showed in the last part of the round that he has excellent skills and good eye coordination with his punches.
Aranda never gets out of shape. He stays in good condition, and he's been running his road work. He said he picked up to 9 miles a day. So he says he's in the best shape of his career, and he'll have to be because he hasn't gone 15 before.
Yes, I'm sure he is in the best condition of his career. But 15 rounds is really where the champions are made, and that will really be a test when he goes that far.
Applying the pressure in the corner. Really didn't land anything. Esparragoza with a real good defense.
I think I would try to hit Esparragoza in the belly more than I would try to hit him in the head in the earlier rounds.
Esparragoza with a pretty effective body exchange that time.
Yes, it was very nice. He didn't try to load up with hard shots. He just picked his shots, and every one of them were very accurate. He's the type of fighter that changes speeds on you, and you think he's not hitting you hard, and all of a sudden he lays you out. Macho threw a nice combination there to the body, which is what he has to do. He's got to make contact on the body, then go to the head.
And you saw the good left, however, by Esparragoza, and you've got to be wary of it.
Yeah, Pascual looks like he's cut over his right eye, underneath the eye. He just got hit with the left hook counter I was talking about. The champion sees that he's cut, and he's going to work on him. Hit him with a good right hand.
Esparragoza loading up his punches now. Aranda in trouble. Esparragoza with a right-left combination.
Aranda's coming in, leading with his head, and his hands are down. He's going to get nailed.
Aranda in trouble. He is staggered.
Good right hand by Aranda.
He is a game young fighter.
His right eye is cut, and it's bothering him a little bit.
Yes, it is. It's right under the lid.
You can see the blood flowing now. See the champion just playing pity-pat, then he sets some hard shots up. He's a smart fighter.
Action. And right now it looks like Esparragoza is picking up the tempo a little bit, Jesse Reed.
Yeah, I think he's figured out Pascual's style now, and he's trying to counter him underneath. He's changing the rhythm of his punches, not trying to load up and making him work and trying to wear him down.
Esparragoza fighting out of Los Angeles.
I like the way he leans back with the back leg and sets that hook up. Like right, he's trying to hit him with a left hook. He's setting him up for it. If you see, he's making Pascual work making use all his energy, and he's just playing pity-pat with him, but not getting hurt. There's a nice uppercut.
Good right hand.
There's the right hand, right over the top.
Esparragoza has Aranda in trouble again.
Right hand of the body, left hook. Good uppercut again. He's going to catch him with that double got a great assortment of punch. There's the right hand over the top.